I never got put on a grind for a stack, did that on my own. I took 2 packs on a loan, that's 2 tabs open like Google Chrome. Ever see feds to the left, no penalty, man, I had to stay composed.
I'm not going gym at 4. That's not a thing. So, yeah.
Yeah. There's a difference still. I literally just see the difference still.
Picture.
Looking slim.
Yeah. And that's where there was a point Benga got money belly as well. He did, didn't it? I'm just money belly. We'll go with that. This sounds cooler. But yeah, no. So yeah, I'll do the gym thing in the evening after I bang out 12 hours. Straight from work to gym and then just do it, innit?
Yeah, I'm pretty much the same as well, man.
Yeah, because you get ball, innit?
Yeah, man. And go gym as well.
Anyway, so yeah, man. But I guess we should like start the pod. Do you want to do the intro? Because you
got
been
this
in
one.
that. Oh,
You got this one.
And just like that, we're back. MTTE, More to the Ends podcast with myself, Big Cam. And today, I ain't by myself in the building. I know. Who else we got in the building?
Come on, man. It's the return of the ghost. Your boy EmanJR in the building.
Did you say the ghost or the goat?
It's the return of the ghost. Yeah, I know there's ghosts, but there's plenty of ghosts.
Why wouldn't you have... I'm just curious. Why didn't you choose goat?
Oh, I am the goat, but I don't necessarily tell everyone.
Right,
Everyone already knows.
Alright, fair enough. I was just interested still. But yeah, back in the building, myself, Big Cam with E-Man. You done all the thing. Been a minute still. We haven't been as consistent, but I'm not going to spend the whole pod talking about how we haven't been as consistent because man's here, innit? And I will say shout out to Matthew from the Endz because I saw him today and he was like, it's the scraps thing. Well, he didn't say I said it, but he agreed it's the scraps thing. How the hell am I supposed to rap about my life if I don't live it, innit? Gotta live, and now we're actually here to talk about real life.
You get
a lot has happened though. Still,
a lot
has happened. Still, should I just because if you got something, you can. But I got like.
Yeah, let's get into it, man.
Should we go to the intro? Yeah,
let's get into it, man.
Cool. So let's just kick it off straight away. No BS. Yes, I was right. Yes, I'm doing that today. How long have you had this conversation on the pod about things are going to get mad, they're going to start doing certain things, you're going to start seeing certain narratives?
Just go and watch the old episodes.
Go, bro.
Just go and watch it.
Whether it's the first 10, whether man was talking about secret societies, whatever it is, go and check the catalogue. Like, the evidence is there. Man's been speaking about a lot of the things that are coming to light in real life, in your face. Do you remember, actually, that conversation when I said about, Doja Cat and Meg Thee Stallion and the conversation about Rema and this dark imagery. And then, the Olympics just had their intro and stuff and just done the mad thing. Now, for perspective, we ain't going to get into depth with what happened in the ceremony and stuff because that was like, I don't know, 2 or 3 weeks ago or whatever. But
that was a big disrespect, but yeah.
If you are...
Christian.
Right, cool. Now, obviously, the person that was in charge of it said, or the person that had the idea behind it, I think his name's Thomas Jolly. You can go do your research about him. I wouldn't even bother, but he said that it was about inclusion and diversity and that, which is cool. But like, why is there a guy with his balls out next to a little girl? Like, I just don't get it.
I heard that, but what does inclusion have to do with Jesus and the last? Even that, what does the Last Supper have to do with the Olympics?
I don't know. I would imagine Olympics is to do with like sport, not necessarily your sexuality
or religion.
It's
just about sports, no?
Yeah, I thought it was about sport. And to be honest, the craziest part is, would you believe me if I told one of my boys, we was actually at work at the time, it was the day of the ceremony, I said to him, I have no idea what's going to happen in the Olympics and stuff, but I predict 2 things will happen. Number 1, some mad maybe attack or something's going to happen. And on the day, there was these mad fires along the train lines and stuff. I don't know if you remember that.
I think I heard something like there was even a shooting or something like that.
I can't confirm there was a shooting because I don't think.
The Euros, maybe.
I don't know. And I'm not going to.
It was the Euros still.
Okay. As I said, I'm not going to speak to that, but I did say that I think there's going to be some sort of attack. Yeah.
I'm going to do my research.
But I also said, secondly, that there's going to be a real big promotion of the divine feminine energy. Like, it's going to be about promoting women And also, there's going to be like a big conversation about, you know, sexuality and stuff. Hamburg police shoot man with axe head. So that was Euros. Yeah, cool.
Yeah.
So yeah, the point I'm trying to make anyway is that on the day of the ceremony, before I'd even was watching, I kind of just came in. I just knew it was on, and I said, "Oh, I think this is what they're gonna what's gonna happen." By the end of the day, but within 24 hours, what happened.
And the worst thing is, I didn't even. Sorry,
No, go ahead.
I didn't even watch the ceremony because I didn't really care about all the ceremony thing because I really just care about the sports.
Yeah,
But when I was seeing it on social medias, I was just thinking, this is why I didn't watch it.
Anywho, all I can say is this, because there are going to be a large section of people that did enjoy it, but I felt very at peace with the fact that there was so many people that was vocal about what was wrong with it from their perspective. People who are even more in depth in terms of religion and stuff and priests and...
What I appreciated as well is people from other religions even coming out and...
on our behalf.
Condemning it.
Yeah.
You get it?
Because as we always try to educate the people and let them understand, if something can happen to another man, it can happen to you, bruv. Yeah, if it can happen in another country, it can happen to you, bruv, and in our country. And speaking of things happening in our country, so the riots...
Our country?
Yeah. Oh, what's that? We gotta let because some man...
Oh, this is Nigeria.
Actually, before we get to the riots...
Where I'm from.
Let's go back to Nigeria because Olympics, we'll stick on that for a bit, yeah? So...
I shot myself in the foot.
There was many issues with your organisation, I saw.
Yeah, man. This is why...
Do you want to explain what happened so the people have an idea and a picture of what the hell's going on?
Basically, long story short,
Oh, shit.
there was a girl called Favor Afili who was probably one of our best hopes at getting a medal in the 100 meters race. I'll be so real. I haven't really watched her, so I don't know if she was, but that's what they were hyping her up as. And she qualified to represent Nigeria in the Olympics, and they failed to process the paperwork to enter her into the 100 meter race.
So she waited for 4 years to perform at an event globally, and she wasn't able to because of paperwork.
Basically.
How common is this, by the way?
It's very common. It happened to another athlete that I actually forgot her name, but she was in I think was it the discus or the hammer throw?
Yeah.
And she came second for America because I think in the Tokyo Olympics, they did the same fuck up and messed her up, and she couldn't represent throughout the whole Olympics. At least luckily with Favor, she was able to still represent in the 200 meters. But as for the other guy, I don't know her name. She couldn't represent because hammer throw or discus is just one event.
Yeah.
So imagine just working your whole life. This is what you've been working for in your whole life to represent your country in the Olympics, and your country couldn't even be bothered to put in the necessary paperwork needed for you to represent.
I will do you one better, and I'll add... I guess her name is S.A. Ukupusere. I don't know if I messed that up. You might read it better. But she is a cyclist.
She sounds able. Oh yeah, I see this one. Yeah,
Did I say it right?
I'm not going to be able to. Yeah.
Okay, amazing. So it's not just me, just because I'm Jamaican.
That's not my tribe.
So she also is a cyclist, and she had to borrow a bike from the German Olympic team in order to compete in 2 of her events today.
But it's and the worst thing is
I didn't finish. This ain't about Nigerians though.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna go on to as well. I was gonna say the worst thing is this ain't even just a Nigerian problem. This is
which category is gonna choose? Let's see.
This is a problem within the African nations.
Nope, not alone.
And
Jamaican, Caribbean
same
as
shit. Well. Obviously, shit. I don't know much in that field. Or in that continent.
I'm not going to speak for all Caribbean countries, but with the Jamaican one, I haven't necessarily heard it in the... actually, I saw something about another athlete in the Olympics, but I'll see if I can pull that story up. But what I've more heard, and I heard this from my big bro, is the football team and also other football teams. And also same...
And that's what I was going to say. See, South Sudan, Louis Deng has been putting in his own money to fund the South Sudan.
That's not like a uncommon thing.
It's not. It's
Like,
really not.
Man are booking their own flights, man are booking their own hotels, man are buying their own equipment, man are hiring their own fitness coaches. So the question becomes,
where is the money going?
Or where's the organisation? And why are we so unorganised?
I'm asking the organisation, where is the money? Because you get money
Funding.
to fund these men, but
That's a really
clearly,
good question, actually.
but clearly they're not being funded.
Yeah.
So where's the money going to?
Yeah, it's a fair question. It's a fair question.
And then on top of that, this is what brings me on to my next part. Sorry to cut you
No,
off,
go ahead, bro. Go ahead.
This is what brings me on to my next part. You can't get upset when people represent a different country,
Bro.
because you've clearly showed your ass,
Bro.
You showed your ass, bro.
But this is, you're going to notice a common theme throughout this pod of you're damned if you do, if you're damned if you don't, slightly anyway. But that is the kind of thing. It isn't, and I'll put it in another context of, there might be people that from a certain background, could be black, could be the Endz, could be whatever, you want to do certain things, but when you see how you're dealt with by the people that you would least think would deal with you this way, naturally it's just going to make you think, bun all of this, bro. I'm just going to just figure out my own shit. I'll get where I need to go because you lot are actually hindering me. Because that's a real... Bro, you got to think, to train for some event or whatever, that's a global thing, you're going to be on TV for a medal. A lot of Olympic athletes don't get paid.
And that's what I was about to say. That's what I was about to say. A lot of athletes, it's already hard. A lot of athletes work normal jobs.
Bro, I heard one Brazilian gal had to walk like 2 hours in that to practice, like, all the time.
One guy, I think it was this Olympics in the long jump. I think he came second or first. And they were interviewing him, and he was like, "Yeah, so I'm just gonna enjoy the time, and then I'm gonna head back to work on Friday." Huh? You're an Olympic medalist, and you're gonna go back to work on Friday?
He's doing the San Marino thing, fam. You know, when they got the factory workers playing centre mid and that.
So you can see, and bro, I feel it for them because, bro, like I said, you worked your whole life to get to this stage, and it's already hard for you.
Let's pivot a bit, yeah. And let's just leave it at, we need to do better. And when I say we know who we are talking about. We need to do better, bruv. We just do, innit? And like I said, it's not an African thing. It's not just a Caribbean thing. It's just overall organisation. Doesn't even matter the sport. Can we just do better, bruv? Can we just have a bit more structure? Anyway, still sticking on the Olympics. Noah Lyles. Can I do the breakdown?
Go on.
All right, cool. So Noah Lyles, he won the 100 meters against obviously my guy. I can't remember. It's Thompson, isn't it? I can't remember his last. I think it's. I don't want to say Kirsten because I don't know if it's his actual name.
Oblique violated me, fam.
Yeah, I know. I thought he. Anyway.
But do you know what? The only thing I'll allow him is I can't lie. They need to change up how they do the 100 meters.
How you win.
Not even how you win.
No, as in like with the foot or the chest.
No, not even that, bro. Bro, guys are doing semi-finals and final on the same day.
Oh.
Like, guys are killing themselves.
That's kind of mad still.
Guys are killing themselves to get into the final, and then when it's time for the final, they've used up all their energy on the semi-final.
Yeah, that's kind of mad still. I'm not sure what that's about.
It's a bit crazy.
Is that normal? Do they normally do that? I'm sure they do.
For 100 meters, they normally do it. For 200 meters and 400 meters, they always give them like a day in
advance.
Yeah. So
Well,
it's just a bit mad to me when I think about it.
There's quite a lot of mad things going on in the Olympics, and I don't think we can actually cover all of them. I don't think we can talk about the boxers with the XY chromosomes that are biologically male but born as women but have higher testosterone levels akin to mine or Eman but are facing against other women. I don't think we can talk about that right now. I don't think we can talk about the non-binary American athlete. I don't think we can talk about that. I'm not sure what the glasses thing is about. But by the way, there ain't a problem with the non-binary athlete or whatever, because as far as I know, like biologically she is a woman, but she just identifies as non-binary. I think that's like the first time I've really heard an athlete be identified as one, because the commentator had to be corrected. Anyway, back to Noah Lyles.
Yeah, go on.
So obviously against Kashane Thompson, he won the 100 meters. Cool.
Sorry to cut off. I can't lie. even though he was the favorite,
Yeah.
because of how he performed in the heats and the semi-finals,
Yeah.
I had no faith in him to win, and he done it.
All I'll say is this, innit?
Respect.
He won it. So we give him that. You got the gold, say no more. So naturally, you're going to be gassed. You think, you know what? That's not even my main event. And I won it. So now when it comes to my main event, I'm going to win it. So this is what he had to say before he done his main event.
Wait, 200 meters isn't main? I
Yeah,
thought
that's what I
100.
heard.
Complete. How confident are you now of going to win on all three spin?
Pretty confident. I can't lie. Kenny definitely put up a fast time at trials, and that definitely woke me up. And I was very proud of him, and he's definitely not going to take.
Is that Noah speaking
how
now?
he did here in the 100 lying down.
Didn't think
He's
the sun
gonna
had
say,
that.
I'm going after it in the 200.
I've heard him
because
speak before. He
knows
sounds different.
He can go after it, but my job is to make sure that I'll just leave it there. I'll be winning.
Talk your shit, man.
That man ain't winning. None of them is winning. When I come off the turn, they will be depressed.
Right, so you heard it from the man himself. He said they will be depressed. And just to add extra fuel to the fire, Donny came out jumping up and down, doing bare mad things before the start.
But he done that with the 100 meters as well.
Right, so no one's knocking him. No one's saying you can't do all of this before a race.
But okay, cool. I'll let you learn because I know where this is going. So I'm not gonna say what I was gonna say. But
Well, all I was going to say is he lost, and did he get what, silver, bronze? Did he get silver?
Bronze.
So he managed to get a medal.
Wait,
We can just Google it right now and
think he
figure it
might
out.
no, he got bronze. I think
200 meters, final, men. He came third, so he got bronze. So after all of that, they will be depressed. He was depressed because he got bronze and didn't get gold. And he got fucking smoked. He got absolutely smoked by Tobago. Or Tobago, even.
Tobago.
Now, the reason why this is important, I'm going somewhere with this, I'm just giving everyone the context, is this is how it ended. With Tobago saying this.
I think for me, I can't be the face of athletics because I'm not an arrogant or a loud person like Noah. So I believe Noah is the face of athletics.
Right, and as they say, pride cometh before the fall, innit? So that is just a lesson in life to just be humble sometimes and not to count your chickens before they're hatching, bro. Like, I'm not even a guy that's like, I hope XYZ happens. But when things like this happen, I just say, God, you are on banter. How can a man race, come third and say, yeah, it's because I had COVID, I was sick.
Or you don't believe he has good?
I don't give a shit. If you're doing front flips before the race is starting, keep that same energy, bruv. That's my thing. Am I wrong? I think that's a fair...
I do hear that, but we all know what COVID does too.
Yeah, so why are you racing then?
They passed him fit to race still.
And he decided to race. So man can give my opinion on the fact that after the...
It's true. That's what... No.
I'm a Tobago person.
But
That's me.
That's why... Like you said, what you said is true. If he was humble, him saying he's got COVID, everyone would have heard him out with it.
It wouldn't have been a thing.
But because he wasn't...
Broski did front flips. He obviously didn't do actual front flips, but he was jumping up and down, bro.
My whole thing is, I don't even care about the whole jump flip, the back flips and the jumping, because he does that all the time. He does that all the time. It's what he said in the press conference. That was a bit disrespectful.
But for me, it all encompasses it. Do you get what I'm saying? If you do that before the races all the time, that's fine. I wouldn't know because I don't really watch the races. But I'm just following what you said, the beginning, the energy, the race itself when you get fucking smoked, and then after.
That's why I used to rate Usain Bolt so much, because even though Usain Bolt will do all the showboating and all of that, he will never go and disrespect his people. Them
banter, bro. Are you dumb?
He wouldn't. I'm saying in a press conference, he wouldn't go and disrespect them and talk about them like that.
But this is what I'm saying. That in general, his character was, well, I think true to Jamaican, just fun,
loving it, living
life, cool,
word.
No problems. But when it's time to race, smoked. You know what I'm saying?
No, I hear it still.
But yeah, so Anything to add?
I was just gonna say, all in all, this 2024 Olympics has been one of the worst Olympics.
Oh, that's without a doubt.
Hands down.
Do you know, how about this? How many people do you think I say, oh, you've been watching Olympics? And they go, not really, no.
I'll be real.
All races, all ages, not really, no.
I'll be real. Ever since Usain Bolt retired, I ain't really cared about the sport like that. And we all know how fast I used to be. I used to love athletics.
And I don't think that's because of Olympics as a thing. I think that's because of agendas always constantly getting pushed. What does X have to do with Y, bro? Why for that? But anyway, is that all I got on the Olympics? I think so still. Should we just address the riots? Should we go there? Or what do you want to do? Do you want to do riots? Do you want to do Australian citizens requiring 100 social credit score points so that they can use their social media? What do you want to do?
We'll go with the riots because I haven't heard about the Australian thing yet.
All right, cool. So I don't think...
Well, actually, no. Let's do the Australian thing. I think it'll be good to
all right, cool.
round off with the...
Australian citizens will require 100...
Wait for the and the lavas. Wait, and the lavas.
Australian citizens will require 100 social credit score points from their digital ID to use social media, with the police having access to all accounts, including messaging. Should I repeat that again?
Yeah, repeat that.
Australian citizens will require 100 social credit score points from their digital ID to use social media, with the police having access to all accounts, including private messaging. I'll just click the article because sometimes people think I'm just chatting shit.
Social media abuse is being considered by the federal government. For more, Nine's Oliver Haig joins us live in Adelaide. Ollie, how will it work?
Lila, good morning. Essentially, it will work the same as a passport. Australians forced to submit 100 points of identification, like their driver's licence or passport, when using social media accounts like Facebook and Twitter. Now, police would have access to those social media accounts, and it's all part of a crackdown on online abuse. Now, users could be liable for defamation suits or even criminal prosecution, and it's all part of a plan hoping to deter people from engaging in bad behaviour. Now, the recommendations were handed down by a federal parliamentary inquiry. They're reforms that are being considered by the Morrison government, with the chairman saying there is merit to remove the veil of being anonymous. Layla?
So the question goes, are you okay with all of the agencies that are allegedly here to, I guess, protect us or whatever? Are you okay with, whatever companies, whatever task force, whatever they are, whatever you want to call them, the feds, whoever, are you cool with them having all of the access to all of your messages, all your profile pictures, all of your convos, all of the videos, whatever it is? Are you okay? The history of all the stuff, by the way, as well. Are you okay with that being the case? And then that being factored in to, like, whether you can even have an account, like, based on the stuff that you said, because it might have been deemed abusive and whatever. Are you cool with that, by the way?
It's not my account then.
No, it is, because it's, you got your ID.
Because they have access to everything, so what's the point? Ain't it meant to be only you that's meant to have access to it?
What, is it supposed to be like a private messaging account?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Or a direct messaging account, as in like me to
ain't
you?
Most social media accounts meant to be like private to you, though.
Yeah, that's why it's called private messages.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
Messages.
So that's what I'm saying. I don't feel like it's my account anymore.
So how would you view it then, or how would you feel?
No, that's how I'm viewing it. That's how I'm viewing it.
No, sorry, not how would you feel. How would you move based on that then? Like, say that becomes the law in England, as it's the law in Australia.
To be fair, I'm getting to a stage where I'm not really on social media like that anyway. So
why?
Because it's just bare bullshit, bro. But even that, I'm just seeing the same things. I'm just tired, man.
Offline is the new luxury.
It just gets I'm scrolling.
Offline,
this is the same thing that I've seen from like
offline
3, 4, 5 days
is
ago.
the new luxury. I said this when you guys weren't here. I said, you see, when you just stop and you're like, as I said to the bros, done 72 hours, a whole week's gone, and I basically was just working. When you just wake up and realize, like, life is still happening offline. Like, I could just call my bro. I could just text my bro. I don't really need that Insta. I'm not saying I want it to be deleted, but even so, why have I got this account? And what do I want to do? How's this serving me?
But even that before they came to this conclusion, they were still finding people that were doing offensive messages and that, no?
Yeah, but obviously now the idea is, if you need an ID to sign up, it's been tightened over here, and I think it's coming. I think they're trying to, you know me, it's all about implementation of more stringent and restrictive and totalitarian. If you don't know what that is, go Google totalitarian, what that means, laws. It's just the way it's going.
I don't even know what that is.
Hey Siri, what does totalitarian mean?
There's an adjective.
Relating to a system of government that is centralized and dictatorial and requires complete subservience to the state.
Reminds me of a country. I'm not gonna say. I don't know if I'm allowed to say it.
You can say it.
If YouTube will.
No, it's not gonna.
Oh, North Korea.
Yeah,
okay.
So something like that.
Okay. Cool.
So don't you think? Yeah. Do you remember? Because obviously we've been doing this pod coming up 4 years now. Do you remember when we would talk and we would be like, huh? It's crazy.
Damn.
Do you remember when we'd talk and we'd be like, it's mad how in North Korea you can't do this, or it's mad how in Saudi Arabia you can't do that. And
what's going on with you today, though?
I don't know, man. I think it's the Wagwan. I've had a long day. I've done 72 hours, bro. What do you want from me, bro? I'm only human. But I'm still online. Yeah, do you remember we used to talk about all of these different countries and we used to say like, these laws and the way that they're set up over there is quite crazy. Like, you can never see that being the culture.
And slowly, we're becoming like those countries.
Like the surveillance state thing that I keep on talking about, like with facial recognition, that everyone's just like, yeah, but
was it not the other day that we drove past Junction and we saw facial recognition going on?
And even
that the other day on Snap, I don't know what area it was in, but they were doing facial recognition the same way that we saw in Junction. They were doing it there, fam.
But
I don't know what the
thing is. I saw this in China like 3 years ago, and I was just like, this is kind of crazy still. But anyway, I'm just letting you know, innit? That's a howler. I'm just letting you know what's going on around the world and giving you a gentle reminder that there's always more to the ends, and it can always come to your ends, wherever you're from, whether you're from London or England or whatever, doesn't matter.
Coming to an ends near you.
All right, cool. So back to the UK riots then. Should we just deep dive into that, I think?
Cool, let's go, man.
Right. So I don't think there's any point of giving context because people have seen what they've seen about the riots already. If you live in the UK in fact, you don't have to live in the UK because this has been global news. I've seen a lot of Americans covering it.
Bro, it's been happening in Belfast.
Correct me if I'm wrong. Did the Nigerian government put a thing out to say don't go to the UK because it's a bit techie right now?
I don't know, but to be fair, my sister said something to me about the UK. About Nigeria the other day. A
couple of countries have put a thing to say like, careful when you go to the UK because the tempers are volatile and there could be things going on. What do you make of what you've seen so far? That's the best way to just deep dive into this.
What I see from this is that they're taking they've seen an opportunity and they're taking it.
Who's them or they?
Oh, the EDL people, the racist people.
So you are of the opinion that it's a racist thing, like that's fueling most of what's been going on.
Yeah.
And why do you say that?
Because of the way that so cool. These lot are upset because they're mainly upset because of what happened in Southport, no? Or what allegedly, or what happened in Southport is what's kicked off everything.
Yeah,
cool.
I think that's a fair thing to say.
Cool. So, like I said to you the other day, when I went on the train and stabbed him, where was all of this outrage that you lot saw coming with? Cool. Fuck it. Let's take it even further back. When that
his name is Daniel Angerin, just so we can get his name correct. Rest in peace.
Rest in peace, Daniel, man. when that white guy set the Muslim woman's house on fire whilst her kids were sleeping. They were all sleeping in the house. Set it on fire. Where was the outrage there?
It wasn't classed as a terrorist act.
It wasn't classed as a terrorist act, but yeah, he did. Quote me if I'm wrong. He said I think he done it because she was Muslim, no? Or
Yeah,
something.
he definitely said like something about her being Muslim. 100%. That's the thing.
So, where's all of this energy for when these type of crimes happen to us? But when a black guy or Muslim guy or an Asian guy kills a white person, it's all let's start a protest. Get them out of our country. We want our country back. You're taking all of our jobs. Bro. Same way I applied for the job. Did you apply for the job? No. Okay, cool. So what do you expect? I'm obviously going to get the job if I'm the only one applying for it and you're not applying it. You're expecting it to be given silver spoon to you. No, that's what they're expecting.
Well, I guess
you've even had someone even said on Twitter, you've had a 500 years head start and you're still angry that we're getting jobs over you guys. Like, come on, man. Like,
you never seen the meme of the guy when he's like, I was trying to find the clip, but see if I can find it still. And he's like, they're coming over here and they're taking our jobs and they're not even working. Like, they're not even working.
And then what?
How can they take your jobs but not work? How does that make sense?
Or the other guy that was like, they're taking all our jobs. Yeah, I know I've got a criminal record and all.
Wasn't Dookie a nonce? Or he had domestic abuse charges?
Nope. He was a straight out nonce.
You know what I'm saying?
Straight out nonce.
Actually, we didn't talk about, and I'm not going to talk about it, but just a gentle nudge for people to be aware this is what's happening in life, and this is our podcasts are essentially a documentation of what's going on in the world. Let's not sleep on the Dutch guy that's in the Olympics currently that got done for grape. Of a 12-year-old when he was 19 and is still allowed and afforded the privilege. I believe performing in the Olympics would be classed as a privilege.
100% is a privilege.
On TV, in front of other people, given a chance to still compete and win a medal. Am I a person that says if you've done something heinous or bad in your past that you should be judged for it forever? No. But I am a person that says if you do certain things, certain privileges should be taken away from you. And I think actually the government would also agree with me based on what's going on.
Look at what they done to Mason Greenwood.
We're not. Stick a pin. We can't. Go.
I'm just saying that. Look at the way he got rubbed out.
Yeah.
So why?
And he didn't even get convicted or go time or do anything or whatever.
Even though what he done was still wrong as well.
Yeah.
But why is the same?
Debatably.
Why is the same energy not with him? Why is he still allowed to perform in the Olympics?
Because
some foreigners that are coming over and taking our jobs, and not even working. And they're working.
They take our jobs if they're not working.
Because they do it. They do it. Simple as that.
Sorry, man. These man piss me off, man. These man piss me off because when you ask them, why are you lots doing these things? They don't even have the answer.
Right. Wait.
It's like when you ask these little young G's, why is this area why are you beefing this area? They can't even tell you why.
I don't like my man, innit?
Why don't you like him?
Because my man's from over there, innit?
I don't like man. Okay, so what started this beef? He's from over there, innit?
Man ran off with the pack or something. I don't know.
Shut
anyway,
up, man. Like, you lot don't even make sense. Like, sorry, man.
No, go ahead.
There was one clip that when I had the last straw, that clip when I saw the Asian couple getting chased by a man with a chainsaw.
Yeah.
For what reason? For what reason?
My cousin actually messaged me saying that he passes that petrol station every single day.
Like, do you know how wild that is to chase someone with a chainsaw, fam?
Right. So, okay. So you just listed some of the things as to why the riots have started, the tension,
that you can't
some of the people that's out there.
Sorry, man. Even with what I've just explained to you and things like that, you can't tell me that's not all stemmed off of racism, fam. That these man.
give a different perspective.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Give you.
So
give you a
as I was saying,
perspective.
hear me out.
No,
Just
Hey,
I would just go.
No,
Ooh, there.
Because
So
thinking about it just pisses
piss
me
you
off.
off
Man.
naturally, and that's what it's designed to do. So let's just do this. You just named a bunch of stuff as to why the riots are happening, what's happened within the riots, multiple different days, different events, people getting attacked, acid attacks, black guy gets rushed by bare white people, still stood like a G. Shout out to Raspect.
But then, do you see the way the feds roughed him up on a joke?
That reminded me of school days when the person is getting beat up, busses up people, and then the teachers are like getting onto him like he started.
I had an incident like that at work.
Swear down,
bro. I was beat, bro. So I'm not gonna say what stadium I was at, but obviously
I heard the story.
I had a madness with Luton fans in it.
Oh shit!
So cool. It's kicking off in it, kicking off. Bearing in mind they're the ones that started it. None of us have actually done anything. They've punched one of our colleagues in the face. That's when we've all started getting ready to activate. Feds have now come.
And they're onto you.
They're onto us. Bearing in mind, we work in the stadium.
Fuck.
But you're onto us. You're throwing us on the walls.
Are you like all ethnic minorities?
Of course.
And were the other people not ethnic minorities?
Of course.
Okay, I was asking because I don't know that people would.
I know.
Context as well.
I know.
But yeah, that's nuts.
You had to ask.
That's nuts still.
It's crazy. Like, bro, I'm thinking, bro, I'm at work and you lot are treating me like this. Bearing in mind, someone's been punched in the face. And the guy that punched him in the face, you lot have just let him walk off.
Yeah.
Because you lot were focused on us.
Yeah, that's nuts still. That's nuts. But this is, all right, so again, we say all of this stuff for context and I'm going to try and run through this as quick as possible. I made a post about this on Instagram. I told the people, when you see all of these riots, and this is not just London, UK, or Belfast, or Ireland, or Dublin, or this is not just, or Northern England, this is not just something that's happening here. This is, people are protesting around the world for various different reasons. Bangladeshi people right now, they don't even have internet right now. They don't even have their phone lines proper secured because there's a madness going on. They're beefing their government. I think the president or the prime minister, I'm not sure what he's called, he's done a runner or something mad. Like,
I heard that stuff.
The point I'm trying to make is, and I will get back to the UK specifically.
The prime minister done a runner.
Understand, and I really hope that people hear me when I'm saying this. Understand, because obviously you're saying it's racially charged and motivated. Yes, but that's really not what this is all about. What this is all about is black guy fights white guy, black guy and the Muslims fight the feds fight everyone, the white guys who are, just white, normal English, whatever, fighting foreigners, the Serbians versus like it's supposed to be, this is what I'm explaining what is supposed to be happening right now. Everyone is being pushed and probed and encouraged to fight against each other. Now, obviously, what was sick was that you had the anti-racism people or whatever you want to call it. Essentially, just basically most of the people in the UK with common sense that are just like, yeah, this is dumb. I'm not beefing my neighbour. I've known them for years and years. And just because some random idiot teenager kid stabbed up these little girls, rest in peace to the little girls, I'm not just going to now assume that he's just going to run up in my house. Thank you for those people for having common sense. But back to what I said, the whole mission and the aim is, and I'll explain where I'm going with this. On one of the days, it was reported widely that there was going to be 30 riots at the beginning of the day. I watched the news, I paid attention to news articles. By the end of the day, or by the evening, they said, oh, actually, there could be 100. The next morning, I turned on the news, there was only 7. Now, the point I'm trying to make is, if I'm reading the Metro and I see 100 locations around the UK where I could take my pick and drive to, which someone did. The guy drove to Middlesbrough because saw a Tommy Robinson tweet or whatever, and we'll get to that as well. If I can literally go on the Metro and see locations of where is most likely to be a protest, and I'm just an idiot, which you said, the people that are doing these things are fucking stupid as hell and willfully ignorant, don't you think that it almost comes across like, just in case you wanted to riot, guys, here's a nice little location, a list of areas where you might want to go specifically because there's immigration.
Someone's actually said that. Like maybe these riots are not actually... Bro. It might be motivated by the government. They just want to see who's stupid enough to actually go
and test the waters.
You get it?
Now, I'll say this. I don't think it's like the government like lighting it and saying, I just want to see it burn. That's not what I'm saying. That's never even what I'm close to what I'm saying. What I'm saying is, naturally, the higher ups are going to go, like I said, oh, so you guys think you can just run up and down, do the mad thing, burn shops because you've got a belly is fine. Nah, it's 2024 and we've got new tech and we want to test it. So what we're going to do is we're going to do this nice facial recognition thing. We're going to ping your phones and we're going to arrest you straight away. Also, if you try to tweet or repost any videos as well, yeah, we're going to arrest you for that too. And if you was cussing ethnic minorities or any minorities and stuff, and as they say, inciting violence, then we're going to arrest you too. Rightfully so. Obviously, you just got to make sure you can prove it was them that was doing it. Shout out to Australia, as I said, with the social credit score thing where they said that, yeah, we want you to have ID. I'm just letting you know, and I'm going to say it here, we are on, the 9th of August? That's what's coming. Digital ID is going to be a thing. You're going to need a passport or driver license or whatever it is to sign up to social media accounts. Probably, I reckon, maybe the 14 to 15, 16-year-olds, you might not be allowed to be having TikTok and Instagram and this stuff anymore. And yeah, everything's going to be monitored to the highest degree, and you're going to get in trouble for retweeting stuff that you might not even agree with. You just want your followers to have a look and say, "Rah, what do you think about this?" Yeah, you're going to get arrested for that too. So basically, like what you said earlier, your account's not really going to be your account because you won't be able to retweet who you want. You won't be able to post your true thoughts, because if you post something like, this dickhead Uber driver, I'm not saying you got to be racist or whatever, but you might say a country or whatever.
Uncle Drive.
Huh?
Huh?
I didn't hear what you said. But you might, the point is, you might you might do a TikTok, you might tweet something and
Uncle Drive.
it might not, man said Uncle Drive, I just caught you. You might vent about an Uber driver that didn't drive away when you was getting nanked up by ops. And if you do that, you could get in trouble, and that could be seen as inciting violence. So the point I'm trying to make is, people, be aware of laws that are being introduced around the world.
But then that's why
how you could be affected
that's
by it.
why I said
Go
to
ahead,
you,
bro.
When we were talking about it in our group chat, that's why, and you was like, are you going to be one of the guys that do the math? I was like, of course I'm not going to be stupid enough to go out and do a mazza. But if I feel threatened, like if I see a group of guys walking towards me, moving like they're going to move mad on me, I'm going to move mad on them, bro.
And I would attribute that to being vigilant, and that's what we've always encouraged the people to pay attention, like be aware of your surroundings, be vigilant, realize the times we're living in, and the fact that
even that just where we're from.
Well,
we're just built like that.
That goes without saying, but that's why I'm almost kind of giving encouragement and saying the word to people that, remember, a lot of people live a sheltered life.
Yeah.
And I'll say this, and I'll say this specifically. Sometimes even like my missus will say to me, "Rah, when you're around, I switch off that part of my brain of worrying about security, because now you're here, I feel comfortable." You've seen the memes where girls are like, da 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 da, because their man's there, and the man's like, 2 rooms, 2 windows, lighting at 30%. Like man are clocking every angle.
Yeah.
Like I'm never lacking.
Which is rightly so.
Exactly, because man's aware. But I'm saying to everyone, be aware, and don't let people put batteries in your back to let you go outside and do mad things. Don't crash out for nobody unless you've got to crash out to protect yours, innit? That's kind of what I'm saying. But don't crash out. You can still do things strategically, bruv. Get me? Think before you're making decisions.
Yeah, man. Don't end up like that Labour. I forgot what
I thought you were talking about the Conservative.
No,
what there's one of each.
There was a guy in the Labour, he was like,
I know.
We need to stop these racist guys and cut them by the throat. Yeah, they kicked him out of the
Hold
Labour.
up, player. So hold up, player. That is not in our country.
Oh no, I'm gonna find it because it was like, yeah, this started off so well.
But the point is, and I'll round up this whole right stuff by saying this as well. Yeah, honestly, I thank God every day. Yeah, that.
Oh, so I found it.
Yeah, go on. You wanna play?
Labour councillor Ricky Jones suspended and arrested for suggesting people cut the throats of rioters. Cool. Hey, when you look at his picture, he looks like fucking Agbondo's dad.
He does still play, isn't he, man?
We've got children and women using those trains destroying some relatives.
thought they had us in the first half. Alright, send that to the chat. Send that to the chat, bro. But yeah.
Sorry, there was one comment there. Hold on.
Sorry. They're taking all those jobs and they're not even working.
He was like, "Child, uncle, we can't support that one, please. Please.
I said, Uncle Drive.
Yeah.
No. Alright, listen, yeah. Listen, we still got a couple of things I want to address before we go. But the last point I'll say on the UK riots and riots around the world is stay awake, pay attention. God, if you have God with you, I swear down. And you know my character arc, bro.
Hey, my
character arc.
What I was really gonna say,
Go on.
All of this that's going around in the world.
What, the last days?
Brother,
Revelations.
read the book of Revelations.
What, the fact that I said that 2024 is going to be the year of Revelation.
It's peak, bro.
Anyway,
the Bible says it. It's all there, bro.
Let me cook in it.
Just give your life to Christ, bro.
Let me cook in it.
Last days of.
Remember, people, we're all humans, so don't let these people divide you because of your sex or your gender or your sexuality or your age or your ends or whatever. Stop letting people divide you. It's a nonsense. We're all humans, yeah? And if shit goes left, I need my brother needs me. And if I'm not there, I need to know, my brother would look out for my mum and my peoples, and he knows I would do the same. Right. That's the mentality we need to adopt. Come together, forget the separation thing. That's dead. We're not doing that. There's more to the ends, bro. It's not even just about an ends thing. That's why we made the thing what it is, bro.
Yeah, there's more to the people.
There's more to the people, bro. We're all different, and that's fine, but we are all the same because we're all humans.
Exactly.
Right. 2 points before we dip out. Double standards. What would you say if I told you that a 16-year-old, so a year 11, is dating a 26-year-old? How would you, how old are you, bro? Just out of interest?
27.
Okay. So what would you say if a 16-year-old was dating a thingy bob?
What, if a 16-year-old boy
was dating a
26-year-old?
26-year-old, yeah.
I'll say that girl needs to find God.
Why, though? What do you mean?
Because, bro, come on. Okay, cool. What are you gonna say? He's legal. From when you're saying he's legal, you know there's a problem there. There's a problem there. But when you're having to fight it, there's a problem there, fam. Like, what even that, cool. He's 16, you're 26. There's a whole 10-year age gap. What do you have in common?
I don't know.
Like, you lot are at two different stages in your life. My man has not even finished high school. Well, he's probably finishing high school. He's probably going on to... No, he hasn't finished high school, fam, because after they finish high school in 18 and then go to college. So, boy.
I'm just letting you cook, bro. I'm just seeing what you think, innit? What I'm saying.
It's crazy. And on top of that, I don't want to have to go there, but I know you was waiting for me to go there.
Go away.
Because if the shoe was on the other hand... Charlie, what's up? If the shoe was on the other hand, just know that boy would have been called Dutch Avelli. Oh, shit.
Right, that was crazy. Hey, Dutch is doing trading now. What are you saying? You're going to join the course?
What? Flip. 138 to $500,000 a day. Shut up, man.
Hey, listen, yeah. I'll say this, yeah. Shout out my I'm just going to say my nephew, but D, you know I'm talking about you, but I'm just, because of time. Shout out my young G, yeah. He does trading and stuff, yeah. He's like 16 and he's doing his thing. But, bro, whenever I've seen traders online and that, I don't know how to explain it, but you just give off like pyramid scheme vibes, man. And I don't know what you want from me. Like, I can't help it. But if my spirit just feels like you're doing a pyramid scheme, then I'm sorry, you just are, innit? Like, no, I'm joking. It's not like that, but yeah, it feels like that sometimes.
No, I hear it, man. So, So what's your thoughts on
what
16 and 26?
Well, for context, rapper Little Wody, 16 years old, and his fiance, 26 years old, are going viral because of their height and age difference. I will let you see the picture, E-Man, and don't worry, I will put it up in the edit.
No, I've seen it.
You've seen this
But
already?
I knew, when you said 16, I just knew already what road you was going down.
Okay, so the long and short is, one, America is different to the UK because in the UK, there's actually nothing wrong with that.
In the UK, the legal age is 16.
So there's actually nothing wrong
In
with
America,
that. However,
I think the legal age is 18 in America.
yes, in most parts, 17
Most
I think
states.
in some states, maybe 15 or 16 in some other states. Maybe I think that's Texas as well, but I'm not super duper sure, so don't quote me on that.
I wonder why.
But I'll put it like this, yeah, and this is the best way to, because you know, like sometimes you talk to ladies, unless you make it a situation or relate it to them personally, they can't really give you a true answer because they're just like, oh, well, everyone's different. Yeah. The best way to say it is like this. I got as I said, little nephew, the guy that does trading, whatever. Say little, he's fucking massive. Shout out D. If he said, yo, Cam, like, I'm dating this thing, innit? But it's mad car. She's kind of like George's age. Like, I'll be like, brother, let me see this gal, bro, because you do not, and I'm being real because a lot of people won't be real. Pipe it's like let's be real, that's like an animalistic thing. That's lust. That's not real, innit? But relationship, like full on dating, bro, that's mad.
She's twined his head, man.
It's mad. And
because he's at 16. At 16, his head, it's not fully developed yet, bro.
Man's just got, and I was gonna say something mad. I'm just gonna leave it. No, I was gonna say something mad. Let me just start. But let's just say that like all the blood is downstairs and it's not in your brain, innit? Do you get what I'm saying?
Nah, bro, I knew that's what you was.
Do you get it? So naturally, if you're rolling with a big ass grown woman with the breasts and the back and the thighs, you're gonna be twanged, bro. And as we have always said, flip the script. 16-year-old girl, the youth is approaching 30. Everyone's gonna look at him mad. And I'm actually one of the guys that I say, raw, once you get to like 18, 19, bruv, do what you want, bro. That's uni ages, so do what you want. It's not my story, but do what you want, innit?
If it was 18, 19,
do what you want.
I would still look at it. I'll still look at it a bit weird, but like you said,
well, I wouldn't, because when there's these guys doing OnlyFans and sugar babies, no one says nothing.
No, but but obviously we
say something, but that's because we are consistent. Most people aren't, so I'm just saying. But yeah, just letting people know what's going on in the world. You know, like people act like this stuff is not happening. It's live in your face. Just be aware of it. Just understand the times. Last but not least, and this is going to be a real important convo. There was something else I was going to get into, but I think this is more important than any of that, to be honest. So, gangster rapper from Birmingham resigns from that life. Message for the youth. You either listen or y'all go feel. Birmingham rapper KM speaks on the video of him in jail that has been circulating recently. This video consisted of him smelling and potentially eating feces and that. It was quite degrading.
I've seen like the
and other things. They cut his hair as well.
I've seen the thumbnail of the video, but I've never
watched it.
I
watched it, and it was. I
just couldn't be asked.
I could smell the poo through the camera, so it was quite grim. But the point is, KM has a message for us. Well, I say for us. It's not really for us. It's for the youth and that. I'm going to read the whole thing as well because it's important. Yeah. He said, regarding the situation that happened to me that's been circulating around social media in the past few weeks, I can say two things. I'm glad it happened and it was well deserved. From when I was comfortable on the wing, a job, countless friends, I dropped my guard to a few separate individuals and got snaked in the most unexpected way. Everyone saw me as a gangster and the face of my block, and then in a second, shit hit the fan and people looked at me differently, like they expected me to be some superhero. I've done a lot of things I'm not proud of, and I did live that life, and anyone who's going down that road, understand how dark shit actually is. Ask yourself, are you really ready for it? People will think that they are. I can't stop that, but from the bottom of my heart, I know 99% of the people wouldn't last a day in my shoes, let alone these past years of my life. I'm only 22 and have done the most for my block. What has it done for me?
Wow.
E-man, you're fucking up my flow right now. What the fuck, yo? What the fuck, yo?
Masara.
Anyway, I'm only 22 and I've done the most for my block. What has it done for me? You would have thought I was 30. I never thought it would be this way, but I believed that this was the only way that was going to stop my antics, and all of this was planned by Allah. I ain't finished. Still got a couple paragraphs. Friends come and go, but the people that stay are your family. I'm not going to keep wasting years of my life carrying this dead weight of my shoulders, because genuinely and honestly, I'm tired. And for all of my supporters and youth that see me as a role model, please don't do it. It only ends two ways: in a cage or in a box. You know, like what most of us with sense are saying and trying to keep saying to the youths that are doing this dumb shit. Anyway, I'm not finished. Last bit. They got me good. My first ever L, but it's the final L for me in this so-called gangster life. I don't plan any get-backs or being part of this life no more. I'm clearing my bad blood within me and only having a heart for God and my people. For anyone that I've offended or affected by what I've said or done in my past, in my music, I'm sincerely regretful and currently working on taking all my songs down. Please, I ask everyone not to share or listen to it anymore, as I'm trying to live a less sinful life and focus on what matters. This will be my last post on socials. P.S. I'm in jail for a firearm. Anyway, I had to read the whole post so that people have context and so that people understand why I brought it up in the first place. E-man, what's your thoughts? Shout out to KM. What's your thoughts?
I'm joking. Do you want me to be honest, yeah?
Yeah, that's the whole point of the pod.
I didn't really give a toss.
In what sense?
I just felt like, okay, cool. I heard the message that you're trying to put out, but it just sounds like air.
You don't believe it?
Not even like I don't believe it. You're only saying that because
it was that bad.
It was that bad, and there's no coming back from it. There's no coming. Like, imagine if you try to start rapping again after that. There's no, you can't. There's no.
You could come back from it.
I don't.
Do you want me to tell you how you could have?
How?
Do a drill, ride out,
I heard that.
Bust someone up in prison, M them, whatever, slice them up, whatever the fuck, I don't know.
But then everyone will still bring up that situation where
of course
you ate shit.
Yeah. So guess what? He couldn't win.
But even, okay, cool. Fair enough.
He couldn't win.
Yeah, and I heard that. But just still talking all of this West as well. Like, P.S. I'm in jail for a firearm. I thought you was not about that life.
Oh, is he still...
No, but why are you letting us know that you're in jail for a firearm?
Look, I guess he was.
I was the baddest man on my block.
No,
I'm
think
22. Bro.
Look, honestly, and I'm.
You could have done. Sorry.
I know where you're going with it. Go on.
You could have done this whole message without even adding all of that extras in, because
go on.
I just feel like you're still kind of glorifying.
I'll say this, yeah. And I mean this when I say this. This is why I say that I actually genuinely really rate the message. And I'll tell you why. Because he basically encapsulated what I would say 90% of men on the roads really wish they could say and do. But because they haven't been forced into that corner, like you said, into between a rock and a hard place where, as you said, you kind of can't come back from that. I argue you could, because these youths are so weird. You can snitch, come back if you done the drills, or you give Mandem money or buy rollies. It's cool. Like certain things, the way that the roads are now, if you got bread, it's cool. If you can bring man in with shows and money and girl, it's like whatever it is. Man will look. If you're even if certain man are nonces, whatever.
Man have no morals.
So
They stand for
you can basically buy back your street cred, if you get what I'm saying. Yeah, this is real. Like street cred has become like actual credit, like credit cards. But the point I'm trying to make is,
no, when I say it, it's not like I heard.
I know what you're saying about the glorified. Sorry, that was the point I was going to make. I believe he had to bring up his track record, his stats and shit on the road, so that the 17 or the 16 or the 18-year-old you that looks up to him or has been listening to him goes, but what's he really done? And then they read it and they go, oh, if he says he was the baddest on his block, and if he's in jail for a firearm, and I've seen this video, I mean, I guess he was really doing what he was doing, but he just took the maddest of L's. So if he's kind of lived as he said, he feels like he's 30. So mentally, it's almost like forced him to age 8 years. Like, anyway, the point I'm trying to make is, I feel like he did have to say them things. I don't feel like it was glorifying. Me
personally, I don't feel like he had to say that. But
I do.
We can
agree to disagree. Yeah. But I rate it highly what he's done, and I hope that other youths don't have to kiss another youth and be recorded before they decide to change their life, or their hair doesn't have to be shaved off, or they have to eat shit, or whatever it is, or do you know what I mean? I just hope, or get stripped, or do star jumps naked, whatever these things, because these are things that man are getting forced to do because, I don't know, it's the roads or some shit. Right. So yeah, I just hope that whoever listens to this or watches this takes that whole spiel and says, yeah, the road thing's fucking dead, innit? Like, shit. You can't win.
Road thing's been dead, man.
Of course. But you have to say to yourself, bro, if the road thing's dead and most of us know it, why are man still on the road? Well, that's a topic for another day, I guess. But yeah. I think that's where we'll wrap up still. I think we managed to tackle quite a lot of topics. I'm saying, but yeah, man. MTTE, More to the Ends podcast. Myself, Big Cam, E-Man.
Come on, man.
We'll be back, man. We'll be back. We just be jogging, man.
It's good to be back, man. Yeah. I love this game.
What, you must have a word for the people. You must have something that you want to tell the people.
I just told them, fam. I'm good. I'm good to be. I'm happy to be back, fam.
Ain't got nothing going
on, go suck yourself, man.
Bro, that's crazy. That's crazy. Why for that still? But yeah, man. We're gone. Peace.
I never got put on a graph for a stack, did that on my own.